completed and functional, 0.075 TMC of water could be effectively utilized. Water Resources Department will establish an irrigation museum at Chelutoni, Idukki for imparting knowledge to the new generation about the dams and irrigation techniques, and will also take steps to promote irrigation tourism in a long way in connection with power generation at Mula Mattom. A project is envisaged to ensure continuous flow of water to Meenachil River through the Meenachil River Valley Integration Project. A comprehensive Meenachil flood mitigation survey will be undertaken to analyze the reasons for flooding of Pala and downstream areas during peak monsoon periods. My government will continue works related to strengthening of vulnerable coastal stretches, leveraging innovative technologies like geotubes, trailer pods, diaphragm walls. 10 coastal areas prone to sea erosion have been identified as hot spots. My government is keen on establishing faster, greener, and efficient transportation facilities for the public. My government's dream proposal Silver Line, a semi-high-speed rail infrastructure project, would be a fast, safe, and convenient mode of transport for the traveling public. The detailed project report has been approved by the state government and submitted to Ministry of Railway for final approval. Talasheri-Mysuru new broad gauge rail line via Kalpeta and the Nilambur-Nanjagund rail project are other projects that my government intends to implement. The state government has also agreed to share 50% cost of Angna-Mali Sabri rail line. West Coast Canal, when completed, would be the main arterial waterway in the state, connecting Kovalam in the south with Bakel in the north. On completion, the canal would facilitate easy transportation of goods and freight. Kerala State Electricity Board is committed to providing uninterrupted quality power at affordable prices and has made investment for augmenting domestic power generation from 30% to 50% of the total peak demand. Efforts will be made to capitalize central assistance for flood control dams and commission multitask hydel projects. This will not only cater to our internal power requirements for the next decade, but will enable us to export surplus power too. My government will be bringing out guidelines for development of sustainable energy sources such as for floating solar power plants in water bodies, abandoned quarries, and degraded barren land. Kerala is expecting a boom in e-mobility in the coming years. My government will take steps to establish enabling EV charging infrastructure facilities to meet the requirement. The State Action Plan on climate change has been revised, keeping in view the vulnerabilities of various sectors. A climate change knowledge portal will be developed to provide data on historic and future climate vulnerabilities and impacts. My government plans to inventorize the greenhouse gas emissions of various sectors. Harit Kerala Mission has launched a campaign highlighting net zero emission targets. The Kerala State Biodiversity Board completed the preparation of state biodiversity strategies and action plan. Forest Department will chalk out an effective strategy to check incidents of man-animal conflict and to provide more benefits to the victims. Rapid response teams have been established in high conflict zone areas. The RRTs and forest stations will be further strengthened. Kerala is prone to 17 natural hazards and 22 anthropogenic hazards that have disaster potential. The disaster management literacy program will equip the general public in disaster preparation and mitigation. The Kerala Disaster Management Authority has forayed into innovative resilience building measures with a long-term perspective. KSDMA has developed the Kerala Warnings, Hazards and Crisis Department Management System, which is India's first integrated cloud-based early warning system. Attempts will be made to downscale the scenarios using a coordinated regional climate downscaling experiment. The Kerala State Land Use Board proposes to strengthen the Geoinformatics Lab as a geospatial data repository on natural resources for the entire state. Rebuild Kerala initiative is the dedicated state-level institutional modality for formulating and coordinating the implementation of a resilient Kerala and is mandated to develop, coordinate, facilitate and monitor the Rebuild Kerala development program. My government intends to bring out radical changes in the property registration sector as part of the ease of doing business initiatives in the state. The existing registration application system, PEARL, will be redesigned and with emerging technologies. Consent-based Aadhaar integration will be done for identification of parties to a document. The GST department is being restructured in accordance with the requirement of new GST law. Taxpayer services will be provided with utmost efficiency, while tax evasion will be tackled with stringency. The new system will also reduce the dispute between the taxpayer and the department. The department introduced a taxpayer card with a rating of taxpayers based on accurate and timely filling of returns. A virtual IT cadre was formed in the GST department to drive the e-governance project of the department. The department implemented the Lucky Bill application scheme in association with the Digital University Kerala to encourage people to ask for bills for their purchases. Kerala Lottery provides a means for livelihood to more than 1 lakh agents. The department conducted the Onam Bumper Lottery in 2022 with the highest ever first prize of 25 crore. The Kerala State Infrastructure Investment Fund Board has contributed to infrastructure development of the state using funds received from the government by way of motor vehicle tax and petroleum cess, and also by loan of 19,197 crore from both domestic and financial markets. The Union Government's revised decision to include loans availed of by KIIFB also within the ambit of Kerala's overall borrowing limits, thereby severely restricting the state's borrowing capacity. I would like to bring to the attention of this House that this would reduce the fiscal space for the government for furthering its development priorities and would constrain the state's resources. My government has submitted a memorandum to the Union Government in this regard. At this juncture, I hope that the question of fiscal federalism in the country is to be addressed in a very positive way by the Union Government. Under the Treasury infrastructural development of offices under Treasury Department has been prioritized. ETRs, an online application for accepting government revenues. Kerala Financial Corporation continues to be the most efficiently performing state financial corporation of the country. My government is implementing an action plan to eliminate the misuse of drugs and intoxicants in society, especially among the students and the youth. Awareness activities are also being carried out under the auspices of Vimukti Mission to make the people aware of the harmful aspects of intoxicating substances. The Home Department has launched Yodha to check the menace of narcotic drugs in society. My government launched a No to Drugs campaign on October 2, 2022, coordinating the activities of all stakeholders and all line departments. My government proposes to enact a Land Settlement Act and is considering enabling provision for legal occupiers of the land to get a conclusive title regarding ownership. Authentic survey documents which would be obtained through the ongoing digital survey in the state would be taken into consideration while implementing the provisions of the Act. I am happy to bring to the notice of the August House that 54,535 families have become landowners in the first year of government's tenure. A Patayam mission will be implemented to achieve the objective of providing Patayam to all eligible persons. My government has implemented Aadhaar-based unique Thandapad system, the first of its kind in India. On the completion of the digital survey, all Thandapads in the state will come under the unique Thandapad system. Steps will be taken to upgrade all the village officers in Kerala to smart village offices. I am happy to announce that a pilot project will be introduced to transform revenue offices as transparent service centers with the specially trained staff, minimum waiting time, effective complaint redressal mechanism, and social audit in selected 15 villages in this year. My government has launched its dream project, Digital Survey. Accordingly, all records of the survey officers in the state will be digitized. Digital survey in the state will be completed within the tenure of my government. My government created the Directorate of Samuhika Sannadha Sena to promote volunteerism in the state in the light of floods and COVID pandemic. 3.5 lakh volunteers have registered under Samuhika as volunteers. Kerala Police has the reputation as one of the best managed state police force in the country. All police stations in Kerala are now under CCTV surveillance. Automated number plate recognition cameras with facial recognition and a special application for locked house monitoring system have been implemented. A student police cadet project has been extended to 100 new schools. A separate economic offence wing has been established for exclusive inquiry of economic offences. The Prison and Correctional Service Department has achieved remarkable progress in ensuring correction, reformation and rehabilitation of prisoners. Fire outposts at high-range areas and efficient rescue system in new high-rise buildings are being proposed to be implemented by the Fire and Rescue Services Department. I am happy to note that e-filing facility has been introduced. in the High Court in a phased manner with effect from 1st October 2022. This would be one step forward in implementation of paperless courts and digitization of entire court proceedings. The data center in High Court and model digital courtrooms for the district judiciary will be operationalized. Fingerprint-based biometric card punching attendance system has also been introduced in the courts. 23 fast-track special courts have started functioning during the year for the speedy disposal of rape cases and cases registered under POCSO Act. The vigilance setup in the state has been working effectively during the tenure of this government. The Vigilance and Anti-Corruption Bureau has initiated several innovative measures in consonance with the government policy of zero tolerance. The Department of Parliamentary Affairs will be organizing the Student Sabha, a debate with MLAs by student representatives in at least 70 assembly constituencies to forge healthy relationship between people's representatives and younger generation. On the occasion of the Golden Jubilee of Aman Lakshmi Vidu scheme, the Housing Department will take up the task of converting all twin houses constructed under the scheme into the single houses. A mobile application named eGirha will be launched to provide innovative ideas in housing sector. The Aswas rental housing scheme will be extended to all medical colleges in the state. Non-resident Kerala Affairs Department has been acting as an interface between the non-resident Keralites and government for the last 25 years. The Norca Institute of Foreign Language provides demand-based language training for potential job seekers. Placement assistance is provided by Norca Roots Recruitment Division. Malayalam Mission has bagged the State E-Governance Award for its Bhumi Malayalam Open Line course in the e-learning category this year. Action has been initiated for setting up a South Indian Cultural Center at Pinrai village in Kannur. The Center for International Film Research and Archives, a research center of Kerala State Chalchitra Academy, will provide an opportunity for students from foreign universities and other states of India. My government proposes to upgrade Kerala Kalavandam, presently in the status of deemed to be university, to a cultural university. The Vastu Vidya Gurukulam, in tandem with ASAP, proposes to launch training program in mural painting across Kerala. The State Archives Department has a rich collection of archival records from the 14th century in paper and palm leaves. Phase 1 of the Palm Leaf Museum, showcasing the rich history and culture of Kerala, was inaugurated in December at the Central Archives building. The year that passed saw the Kerala put itself on the map of post-COVID world tourism. Kerala tourism staged a strong comeback as a result of the well-planned activities of the government based on the influx of domestic tourists. Tourism sector recorded an all-time high in the first 3 quarters of 2022. It is a matter of immense pride for the entire state that the grandeur of Kerala tourism has been constantly acknowledged in the intermediate arena. Time magazine has included Kerala among 50 extraordinary destinations to explore in 2022, with the special mention of the Karma tourism launched by the government. My government is committed to attracting investment in the tourism sector by making available optimum industrial privileges, concessions, subsidies, by considering tourism as an industry. Responsible tourism is being developed as a mechanism for facilitating the local economic development of Kerala. Accordingly, it has been decided to constitute Responsible Tourism Mission Society. Sports and Youth Affairs Department conducted 1 million goal campaign in November 2022 imparting basic football training to 1 lakh students coinciding with the World Cup football with the assistance of Sports Kerala Foundation. My government accords top priority to modernization and renovation of sports infrastructure through Sports Kerala Foundation. Elite scheme has been introduced to impart scientific and advanced training to talented sports persons to equip them to compete in international competitions. Women's Football Academy has been established in Ernakulam. Kerala, which is a pioneer in many fields, also faces new challenges, but it also has immense opportunities before it. To make use of the same, my government is playing the role of a leader as well as facilitator. My government has the avowed aim to make Kerala a knowledge society. For this, comprehensive reforms have been initiated in the higher education sector. Kerala has had to traverse a tough path facing unprecedented health emergencies, natural calamities, and lastly the pandemic. The approach of my government has been to tackle these difficult situations with people's participation. This has been widely acclaimed. We are now faced with the task of providing good quality employment to our younger generation. My government is leaving no stone unturned in this regard. My government is committed to provide social welfare and to promote fast economic growth and infrastructure development. For this, we need a positive approach from the Union government which will foster meaningful cooperative federalism. In the journey ahead, my government will take all possible steps involving the citizenry for attaining the development goals. Jai Hind.
ഓർഡർ. ബഹുമാനപ്പെട്ട ഗവർണറുടെ പ്രസംഗത്തിൻ്റെ കോപ്പി ബഹുമാനപ്പെട്ട അംഗങ്ങൾക്കും പത്രപ്രതിനിധികൾക്കും ഇപ്പോൾ വിതരണം ചെയ്യുന്നതാണ്. ബഹുമാനപ്പെട്ട അംഗങ്ങൾക്കെല്ലാം നയപ്രഖ്യാപന പ്രസംഗത്തിൻ്റെ കോപ്പി ലഭിച്ചു എന്ന് വിശ്വസിക്കുന്നു. ഓർഡർ. സഭയുടെ നടപ്പ് സമ്മേളനത്തിൻ്റെ കലണ്ടറിൽ ഭാഗികമായ ഭേദഗതി വരുത്തിക്കൊണ്ട് ജനുവരി 25 ബുധനാഴ്ചത്തെ സമ്മേളനം ഒഴിവാക്കുകയാണ്. ബഹുമാനപ്പെട്ട ഗവർണറുടെ പ്രസംഗത്തിന് നന്ദി രേഖപ്പെടുത്തുന്ന പ്രമേയത്തിന്മേലുള്ള ചർച്ച 2021 ഫെബ്രുവരി 1, 2 എന്നീ 2 ദിവസങ്ങളിലേക്ക് മാത്രമായി പരിമിതപ്പെടുത്തുന്നു. അതിലേക്കായി ഓരോ ദിവസവും ഓരോ മണിക്കൂർ വീതം അധികമായി വിനിയോഗിക്കുന്നതുമാണ്. 2023 ഫെബ്രുവരി 1 ബുധനാഴ്ച സഭയിൽ അവതരിപ്പിക്കുന്ന നന്ദി പ്രമേയത്തിൽ ഭേദഗതിയിൽ അവതരിപ്പിക്കുവാൻ ആഗ്രഹിക്കുന്ന അംഗങ്ങൾ 2023 ജനുവരി 28 ശനിയാഴ്ച ഉച്ചയ്ക്ക് 12 മണിക്ക് മുൻപായി ഭേദഗതികൾ നിയമസഭാ സെക്രട്ടറി ഏൽപ്പിക്കേണ്ടതാണ്. ഓർഡർ. സഭ ഇപ്പോൾ പിരിയുന്നതും 2023 ഫെബ്രുവരി 1 ബുധനാഴ്ച രാവിലെ 9 മണിക്ക് വീണ്ടും ചേരുന്നതാണ്.